Welcome back to the Shadow Business Podcast. And I am so excited about today's episode because I have been sitting on this topic for a while and I just need to talk about it. We're talking about trial reels. And before you roll your eyes and go, ugh, Sarah, not another Instagram episode, I really hear you. I genuinely do, but this is not that. And this is not a post 3 times a week and use this trending audio episode. I never made those. And if you are new to my world, okay, yes. So this is a promise, sorry. And I feel like this is why you are also still hiding. And what is your psyche actually doing episode? And this is just wrapped in a practical Instagram feature. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. So trial reels, your shadows around being seen, and why showing up to a room full of strangers is the most terrifying and the most freeing thing you can do for your business right now. So I said what I said, right? It's all those things. And I think trial reels is the perfect playground for that. So I am so excited about trial reels, and I've started doing this since January this year. So it's May right now. And so that people who did this last year already got a lot of growth as well. But what happened to me was very exciting. And I'm going to speak about that in the episode as well. But let's just say that because I also still struggled with my shadows, obviously, and I was, no coach is ever fully healed. And trial reels has really opened a very nice door for me. Okay, so I first want to speak about what even are trial reels. So this is for everyone who is not fully in the loop yet, right? So trial reels are a feature on Instagram where your reel gets sent to non-followers first. That's the whole idea. So this is where people have literally never heard of you, never seen your face. They have no idea who or what or who you are or what you do or all those things. And so what Instagram does is that they drop your content in front of them and basically goes, okay, do they like you? Do they stay? Do they follow? And how the algorithm works is very much, if you talk a lot about wealth, in my case, for instance, then it gets pushed to people who like wealth, or shadows, in my case. It gets pushed to people who like to heal, content right now. It's interesting what I see, because I started in January because I was launching my Wealth Icon brand and everything. I started a lot with wealth content, and right now Instagram is just getting used to the fact that I'm also talking about content, right? So, and it's nice to see how the algorithm works also in real time. So I really enjoyed seeing that as well. So if the answer is yes, so if people are following you, if they like you, if they are engaging or they're not skipping your video, then it actually pushes it further and further, because that's how social media works. It's really a crash course in how algorithms work. And the thing is, when people tell me they're shadow banned, my clients, for instance, then I'm saying, no, you have to make your content better. Some cases, yes, but those are extremes. Most cases, it's just your content is bad. Okay. So what this means, this whole idea of trial reels is, and this is the part that I really, really love, is that you do not need a huge audience for this to work. And you do not need to have been grinding for 5 years, building followers one by one, all those things. You can literally be someone with 400 followers, film something on your phone, in your kitchen, outside, post it as a trial reel, and have it land in front of 100,000 people by Thursday. This is how fast it can go. And I feel like this is really wild. And I love this feature. I don't know how long it's going to stay. But, it is also and completely activating for a lot of people, because the idea of strangers watching you, people who have zero context for who you are, who did not choose to follow you, who just got served your face by an algorithm, that hits really different than actually posting for your regular audience. So it does something with your brain and your psyche as well. And that's why I wanted to record this episode, because it's very much about shadow work. And that's just what I really love about trial reels. Is the first minute I really dove into it, as was in January, I thought, ooh, this is amazing for my work and my clients, because it actually can show some shadows, but it also can really release them. Okay. So one thing that I really want you to hear is, this has really changed everything for me when I started to understand this, is that trial reels have nothing to do with you. Like nothing at all. And I mean this in a very liberating way. And it's not about how polished you look. They are not about whether your lighting is perfect or your background is aesthetic, or whether you spend 40 minutes picking the right trending sound, all those things, none of that. Trial reels are about human emotion. They're about making a stranger feel something in the first 3 seconds, maybe even the first second. There's a debate going on right now online. Anyway, the attention span of human beings is very, very low. And so that hit of recognition, that little jolt that people get, like, oh my God, she just described my entire life. And so the feeling of being seen by someone that you have never met, that is it. That is the whole game. That's what you're playing in trial reels. You're evoking that feeling. And so your main feed on Instagram is for your community. That's where you go deep, where you build relationship, where people come to feel at home with you. This is where you nurture your audience, and trial reels are actually the door, or if you want, the portal for your work. And they're the first handshake, so to say. And so this is where people need to stop the scroll and go, wait, who is this? And so because they work completely different to your regular content, you need to do different hooks, different pacing, different emotional structure. You genuinely cannot just treat them like a normal reel and hope for the best. That's not the method. And actually, because it's not like you're posting a regular reel and you first, like for your regular feed, and then you just first publish it as a trial reel, and then after a few days you post it on your main feed. No, trial reels stay on your feed. But those mechanics, I feel like there is certain techniques behind it, and I've followed many different trial reels courses. Some of them were really bad, some of them were really good, and I've tested a lot for the past few months. And it has really worked. I have many reels with millions of views, and I'm going to talk more about what has happened to me. But I have created a training for you for 11 euros. So, I mean, I want this to be a no-brainer. So I priced it that way on purpose because I wanted it to be the thing that you buy at 11 p.m. when you are lying in bed, convincing yourself that this is the week you're finally going to figure out the visibility thing, right? And then you wake up the next morning and you actually have the tool. And it's a very short training, easy to use, very easy to apply. And I've used this, and my clients have used this as well, and their results are also really insane. So this is what it is. So inside the training, we cover the actual technique behind trial reels and why they are structurally different from everything else you post. We go into hooks, properly, not just start with a question or advice, but the actual formulas that work specifically in the online business space. So whether you're a coach or an artist, doesn't matter. We mainly talk, or I talk, and you are going to apply this about emotional architecture, which sounds quite fancy, but basically this means, how do you make a stranger feel something real in 3 seconds without being weird or manipulative about it? That's it. Because I followed some trainings which which I thought, I don't want to go this far, right? And because with the psychology, you can actually go, y- actually, creating content is very much about understanding how the human brain works, how manipulation also works, but also how convincing works, how, or maybe convincing is not the right energy, and how you can kind of play around with not so much human emotions, but how do you position yourself? And instead of just hoping to be picked, it's very much about, I know this, and that's what it is. It's just human. It's just true. And then what I'm also going to add very soon is how that's what I'm currently rolling out, and is working really well. I'm so surprised. Is that I'm using trial reels as ads. So when you purchase the 11 euros training, you will get immediate access to, let's say, the basic training of trial reels. And then in June, beginning of June, I will add a bonus, and it's going to be not extra cost if you've purchased it. And how I've been using trial reels as ads, so to grow my email list, and then those people are actually buying from me after that. This is without a paid ads budget, and this is really by understanding how the feature works and by being strategic about it. So that bonus will be included when you purchase. So you're getting the full trial reels method plus the ad strategy. So just for the 11 euros. So the link is, of course, in the show notes, you can imagine. And I would just really go get it. And there's going to be some surprises as well. But yeah, you know what? I'm not going to spoil those. And I'm a giver. So actually, last Saturday, it was my father's birthday. He passed away 24 years ago, right? So he would have turned 73. He passed at age 49. So it's really a long time ago, right? And the way I speak about it, as you can hear, is such a long time ago. Yes, I'm very sad about it, but I also really like to commemorate my father. And one of the things that he was, and that also it's a long story, I'm not going to share it all, but that really kind of, got him into passing young, is that he was very generous. He was a very generous man, a little bit too generous, actually. I mean, I'm just staying as mysterious as I want. But this is really something that I have from my father, is being a little bit too generous. So that's the same with the trial reels. It's going to be a lot that's coming your way. All my clients know this, that, when they purchase something, it's always more. So, okay, that's also in spirit of my dad. Okay, so real talk. Because this is what I find really fascinating, is that, and also a little heartbreaking about trial reels, right? So the feature is right there. It is free. It is built into the app of Instagram. It is really one of the most powerful tools available to a small creator right now, I believe. And I saw that TikTok is also kind of probably going to do something like trial reels. I have not really heard the details yet. Maybe it's not true, but I saw it somewhere. And so I thought, that would be interesting, because now you can start with that on Instagram, and then you can grow on TikTok even more, right? Because the TikTok algorithm is so great. The thing is, not so many people are not using it, or not using it right. And I want to ask you why. Because this cannot be a tech problem, because you can just literally click trial reel instead of share to feed, all those things, right? And that's the whole technical lift that's going to happen. It's not a strategy problem either, because now you know that the training exists and it's 11 euros. So that excuse is gone, and I'm removing it from you right now with that price. That's also one of the reasons why it's so cheap. And I just love doing that, right? So the real reason, and I say this with so much love because I've also been here myself, is that the idea of strangers watching you is genuinely terrifying for a lot of people. So your existing audience, that's safe, right? They already choose you. They follow you because they like you. They know your vibe. There's already a relationship there. You maybe even know them. Maybe you follow them. And posting on your main feed feels like being on a room full of friends. And trial reels feels like walking into a room full of people you've never heard of going and say, and hi, this is me. I have things to say. Please don't be weird about it, right? That's what it is. And That vulnerability, that is activating something that has nothing to do with Instagram. It is the activating the part of you that learned a long time ago that by being seen by the wrong people, or being seen as too much, or being seen before you're ready, is dangerous somehow. And we've spoken about this at length inside this Shadow Business podcast. The fear of being too much, the fear of being not enough, the fear of being misunderstood by people who have no context for you. And that is the shadow underneath the trial reel avoidance. And I just needed to name it, right? Because once you can see it, you stop thinking it. And it does, and you stop thinking that it is a strategy problem, and you start being actually able to move through it. And I feel like you're not avoiding trial reels because you don't understand them. You're avoiding trial reels because part of you is still trying to be safe. I'm just saying it, right? I can be as soft as I want, but I don't want to at this point anymore. And, that part, I'm traumatizing Trina. If you've listened to the previous episodes, you know she is. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. So it's just, it's time. It's time for you. And so here's the reframe that I want to offer you. And with trial reels, every day you have a new opportunity. So in my training, I shared that you can share a maximum of 5 trial reels a day, because else Instagram will say something about it. And obviously you cannot copy everything. Those things are all those technical things I'm sharing in the training, right? But you have a new opportunity every day, and it can happen that overnight you have millions of views and followers. Okay, so here's a reframe that I want to offer to you, and you can do with this what you will. But what if trial reels was not just a growth tool? What if it was a simple visibility practice? What if every single time that you filmed one and pressed send, into the void, the algorithm, into a sea of people who did not ask for you, all those things, you were doing something for yourself that has nothing to do with followers or reach or any of that. That's how I approached this. This is what I did. I thought, okay, game on, let's do it. What if you were just practicing being seen without being able to control what happens next? Because this is the thing, and I find this kind of profound. You cannot curate the audience. You cannot make sure that only the right people see it. Only the safe people see it. Only the ones who really already know will get it. It goes out to whoever Instagram decides to send it to. It's out of your hands. And some of them will love it, and some of them will scroll straight past, and some of them will maybe leave a slightly confusing comment. I've had this, right? I had a reel go really viral right now. It's at 1.6 million views, and I think it's 3,500 likes and about 100 or 200 comments. I don't remember. I can look up the numbers. And there were these people actually. It was a trial reel, right? So I was saying some things and people responded to that, obviously. And then what happened was that people were kind of responding to the commenters. They were some of them were really defending me. Some of them were saying, yes, but shouldn't see, blah, blah, blah. And it was so funny to see how this kind of lived its own life. And that's what I learned is, oh, no, this is all about human emotions. That's what sells, actually. And that's the thing that I also realized in the process is none of this is about me. It's about them, where they are, what they need, what they are ready to receive. This is what I teach my clients every day. It's not about you. And the moment that you really internalize that, the moment that you genuinely get that response to a trial reel, is not a verdict on your worth. It's just the whole thing that shifts. It stops being this terrifying exposure and starts feeling like something else. Like kind of dropping a message in a bottle, right? And trusting that the people who are supposed to find it will find it, and that's it. That's the whole thing. All right, so I have to tell you about something and about how that connects to literally everything that we have been talking about today, and I'm so excited that I can barely stand it, right? I have a new program coming up, and it is called Viral Virgins. I love this name. And it's on purpose, and I'm not changing it. I love it. I'm working on the branding right now. It's going to be insane. It's not ready yet because I'm not officially launching it yet, but this is a little soft launch that you get as a podcast listener, right? And so viral versions, I just thought of this because my clients who did the trial rules training already, they are viral virgins right now. And I thought, oh, I kind of, there is a kind of a step after getting viral or becoming viral, or how do you say, going viral. That's it. Yeah. Uh, and because once you go viral, you have momentum in your business, but you want to. So what I see is that people kind of panic. I'm like, oh, I was not ready for it. Yeah, it's perfect. You're fine. Don't worry. You don't have to be ready for it. But there are so many things happening. You're getting new to strangers knowing your name, new to what it actually feels like when your content lands in front of thousands of people who did not choose you yet, and suddenly a whole lot want them too. And going viral is incredible, and it will also activate every single shadow that you have around being seen. And so it's going to be a very practical program, right? But we're also going to do shadow work. And if your nervous system is not ready for going viral, if your business is not structured to hold it, if your identity is not solid enough to stay grounded when suddenly everyone has an opinion about you, it can feel less like a breakthrough and more like a crisis. And I've created it because it was my first viral reel, the one with 1.6 million, that actually went viral on my birthday. And it had nothing to do with anything. I created because I was in Rome in my birthday, and I created it right before the holiday. I just posted it that day, and then all of a sudden it got viral, right? And I was like, yeah, but I like this. And I saw the comments, and I was like, oh no, people are thinking really bad things about me. And all the things come up, right? But I wanted to celebrate my birthday. I did celebrate my birthday. I thought, okay, you know what, whatever. But I was a little bit panicking. And then what I did is I did not. Yes, this was interesting as well. Yeah, I'm going to share what happened in the bonus training of the 11 euro training. I'm not going to share it here. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. But it's a nice story. Anyway, viral versions is about both things. It's about the strategy and the shadow work. We start with shadow work. Every program actually works like this with me. And then it's very practical. How to get there first, how to get viral, and also how to stay there without losing yourself in the process. So the trial reels course, the 11 euros one, is included inside the viral versions. If you already purchased it, message me and I will send you the coupon code where you can get the 11 euros off, right? So the trial reels training is generally the perfect first step into that world, right? And this is why if you grab it, you will be, so you will be able to sense it and to know it, and know that viral version will start soon. It will start June 7th. I'm not really sure yet, but it's going to be the first week of June probably. And you know what? You can already purchase it, but there's not a lot yet. This is the thing that I do a lot. I open up a pre-sale. What is actually kind of an early bird. How do you say, what is first, early bird or pre-sale? I would say pre-sale. And so the pre-sale is happening right now. And so it's at the lowest price, but also the lowest information. So it's not really ready yet. The branding is not yet ready yet, but yeah, things are coming. So you can also get that, and then you will get the trial reels course. It's included. That's what you immediately get. All right. Trial reels are a feature, but they're also a doorway into growth, yes, but more than that, into a version of you that has stopped waiting until she's ready to be seen by strangers. And that version of you is not going to arrive one day when all the shadows are resolved and the lighting is perfect and you feel completely confident. She shows up by showing up. So go grab the training. It's such an easy yes. The link is in the show notes. 11 euros is waiting for you. Go get it. And if you liked it, and if you want to go further, go into the viral versions immediately. You'll get the best price right now. It's always for the people who purchase first. Go for it. Go get it. And if you liked this, will you share it? That's the thing. Send it to someone who keeps talking about wanting to be more visible and keeps finding reasons why now is not quite the right time. And sometimes you just need someone to name the thing out loud before you can move. That's the thing. You need someone who can give the hands and feet to it. Okay. I love you so much. I will see you next week. And in the meantime, just film one. Just one trial reel. Just try it. Just by yourself. See what happens. Why not? Press send. Don't look at the numbers for 24 hours. See how that feels. You might actually love it. I hope to see you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Shadow Business Podcast. Don't forget to review the show, follow it, and send me some love on Instagram. Bye.